So I think this will have to do. Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for my very first video, I decided we are going to be making hot chocolate bombs. So hot chocolate bombs have been around for a while, but in the last 6 months or so, they have blown up. Pun intended. Love a good baking pun. Been crazy popular, in some cases kind of tough to get your hands on even, so why not learn how to make them yourself? The process is actually simpler than you might think. There are a few crucial steps along the way, so that's why I'm here. I'm going to walk you through every step of the way and hopefully be able to simplify this dessert that might otherwise be a little bit intimidating and overwhelming to you. Now, I've decided to make my hot chocolate bombs for this tutorial 2 different ways. So the first way is going to be using dark chocolate, and that's going to be your very traditional hot chocolate bomb, a little bit more minimal with the decorations on the outside, and then inside your classic hot chocolate mix and marshmallows. So for the other hot chocolate bombs, we're going to get a little extra, which if you know my work, you know I tend to do from time to time, aka always. So for the fancier hot chocolate bombs, we're going to do an edible glitter on the outside. We're gonna make them pink. Of course, Valentine's Day is around the corner. We're gonna fill them with some strawberry hot cocoa mix. And then we're gonna stuff them with some multicolored marshmallows and some heart marshmallows. And then on the outside of the hot chocolate bomb, we're gonna step it up just a little bit too. We're gonna do an edible chocolate kiss. We're gonna do lots of fun metallic sprinkles. And don't worry, all of the items that I go over today, I'm going to link to my Amazon shop, and I'll have that link in the description box below. I'll have a hot chocolate bomb tutorial page linked there, and then you can just click it and all the items will be listed. So it's super easy to shop from there and get what you need off Amazon. So these are my hot chocolate bomb molds. So there are several different sizes that you can buy. I really like this size. I feel like it's the right size in order to fit the right amount of hot cocoa powder and to be able to stuff all the marshmallows. So I really would suggest going with this size. First step is going to be melting my chocolate. So what I have here is my melted chocolate. Over here is my dark chocolate, and over here is a white chocolate that I colored pink. So both are completely melted through and ready to go. How I melted my chocolate was I put my chocolate chips into microwave safe bowls. Then I placed them into the microwave for 30-second increments until they were completely smooth and melted through. So I want these hot chocolate bombs to have a nice shimmer and luster to the entire outside. So how I'm going to achieve that is by putting this edible glitter around the outside of the spheres. Once that step is done, it's time to pour in our melted chocolate into the spheres, and I'm going to use this wide brush that you see here to just brush it up the sides and make sure it's all in an even layer around the mold. Keep in mind you're going to be applying 2 coats of the chocolate, so it doesn't have to be perfect the first round. So for the dark chocolate hot chocolate bombs, we're gonna skip this step, applying the edible glitter on the outside, and instead we're just going to start filling the bottoms of our spheres with the dark chocolate. You can place all of your molds into the freezer to set up for 10 minutes. After that, we can pull them out and we're going to be applying a second coat of chocolate. So you can absolutely forego the second coat of chocolate. I just highly suggest it. The firmer you can get your outside shell for your hot chocolate bomb, the better. You're going to have the hot chocolate mix in there, marshmallows, and any other toppings that you want to include. So it's important that your hot chocolate bomb is super sturdy, could hold up to all of those ingredients. Or you might have a hot chocolate bomb that's falling apart or leaking some of that yummy, yummy hot chocolate mix and marshmallows, which we obviously don't want. So my molds are out of the freezer, all the chocolate is set up, and they're ready to go. So I'm just going to carefully peel back the mold and remove the chocolate sphere from the mold, just like this, very carefully, till it pops out. And there you have it. And if you have some rough edges or if it's a little bit uneven around the edge, don't worry at all. We're gonna take care of that in just one moment. And we'll do the same with our pink balms. Now what I have here is a little tray set up with cupcake liners. I'm using this pretty purple, and these serve a couple different purposes. First being, as you start flattening out the edges of your hot chocolate bombs, what will be the bottom of the bomb will lay right in the liner, just helps keep it upright, and it's just easier to work with this way. It's also a nice presentation for afterwards once your hot chocolate bomb is completed. For the next step, you're going to want to take care of some of those jagged or uneven edges around the outside of your hot chocolate bomb. So what we're going to want to do is place a microwave safe plate into the microwave for about a minute. You just want the surface to be nice and warm, because what we're going to want to do is take our bombs one at a time and place the outside edges down on the plate and kind of rub it back and forth until everything is smoothed out and even. So my plate is nice and warm right out of the microwave, and I'm just gonna take my hot chocolate bombs one at a time, put it on the plate like this, and you can see the chocolate immediately starts melting around the sides. And then I'm going to lift it up, and you can see you have a nice flat surface around the edge now. It'll be much easier to close that way. And now I'm going to place this face up into one of my liners, just like that. And this will be nice and handy when we go to fill them with the hot chocolate mix. If you notice your plate starts to cool off a bit, no worries at all, just pop it back into the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute and get it warmed up again. I'm gonna turn mine around because now we're gonna move on to our white chocolate. Now is the fun part. It's time to fill our hot chocolate bombs. So we have all of our bottoms of our bombs prepped and ready to go. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill them all. So we'll start with our dark chocolate. And like I said, we're gonna keep these super classic, and we'll fill them with a yummy, yummy dark chocolate hot cocoa mix that I have here. And then of course some marshmallows on top. So the one that I'm using calls for 2 tablespoons per serving, or per mug of hot chocolate. So I'm using a tablespoon, as you can see here, and I'll just do 2 scoops of these in each of my dark chocolate hot chocolate bombs. All right, now let's load these guys up with some marshmallows. All right, so it's time to fill these pink hot chocolate bombs. So what I have here is some strawberry hot chocolate mix, which is of course in this beautiful pink color. So same thing, it's gonna be 2 tablespoons in each of my hot chocolate bombs. And now we're going to fill them with our marshmallows, and I have a couple other little goodies here. So first we have these multicolored marshmallows, which come in an assortment of colors, but let's be honest, I'm only looking at the pink here. On top of that, I'm gonna add these little kiss candies that I found. I think they're just so cute and a perfect little addition to our hot chocolate bombs. So each bomb will get a few of these as well. Then last, I got these little pink heart marshmallows. So these will go right on top before we close all of our bombs. So now it's time to finish up with the tops of our hot chocolate bombs. We're going to melt down the edges the same exact way, and then we're gonna place them right on top. Now, since the chocolate is still wet, I'm gonna place this on top of my bottom, and the wet chocolate should allow it to stick to the bottom with no problem. You might just have to smush it down a little bit since you have all those toppings inside. Same way, while the edge of the hot chocolate bomb is still wet, you're just going to place it on top and allow the chocolate to seal itself closed. Just like that. So now it's time to decorate these babies. So what I did was pour my excess dark chocolate into a Ziploc bag. I wanted to show you guys how easy it would be to use a Ziploc bag to drizzle chocolate over your treats if you don't have a piping bag or squeeze bottle on hand. So I poured in my dark chocolate already, and now all I'm gonna do is cut the tip of the Ziploc bag right in the corner here. Just a small little hole. And I'm ready to drizzle. So with these ones, I'm going to keep it pretty simple, decorate with some minimal sprinkles, and then a couple marshmallows on top. And these ones are all done. Your classic hot chocolate bomb look. They're going to be so, so good. Now, moving on to my fancy hot chocolate bombs, these pink ones here. So I colored some more white chocolate, like a deeper pink like this. So I'm going to be using this squeeze bottle here to drizzle on some chocolate. And then to garnish, I have a bunch of really pretty, colorful sprinkles here. I also made these little chocolate kisses, which are so pretty and also have that shimmer to them. So let's do it. As if that's not enough, I'm just gonna use some of this edible glitter spray to finish them off. Generous helping on top. Our fancy Valentine's Day themed hot chocolate bombs. So pretty. There you have it, our hot chocolate bombs done 2 different ways, and I hope not as difficult as you were thinking they might be. I really, really hope you guys try these. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos and more tutorials just like this one, then please, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys soon.